From the Middle East to Africa to France, officials are boosting security after a series of terror attacks. In Tunisia, dozens of mosques will be closed after a gunman opened fire at a tourist resort. The prime minister said the mosques had been spreading venom and inciting violence. In Kuwait, thousands are mourning for Shia Muslims killed by a suicide bomber. In France, investigators are interrogating a man suspected of beheading his boss, including an al-Shabaab attack in Somalia. More than 100 were killed in these assaults. And for more on what's happening in Tunisia, CCTV's Youssef Gaigi reports from Sousse.
Police forensic teams arrive at the Imperial Marhaba Hotel in Sousse. This resort is now one of the biggest crime scenes in Tunisia's history. The government has reacted quickly. It's promised more security in tourist areas and to close dozens of mosques. In the past 4 years, various government leaders have tried to bring hundreds of mosques under the control of the Ministry of Religious Affairs.
We noticed that in spite of the efforts we put lately to close down mosques that were not set up in a legal way, our broadcasting preaches and spreading its poison to promote terrorism. So we decided to shut down systematically and legally all 80 mosques that are illegal.
There is concern that thousands of young Tunisians are being radicalized in mosques and recruited into ISIS and are now fighting for armed groups in Libya, Iraq, and Syria. Apparently, though, the Marhaba Hotel gunman, Saifuddin Rizgi, had no known connection to any of these groups.
Investigators will be trying to understand what motivated this young man to kill so many people on this beach. Human rights groups say the Tunisian government need to address the root causes of why so many young people are willing to fight and die for groups like the Islamic State.
It was the second major attack on tourists in Tunisia since March, when militants killed 22 people, mainly foreigners, at the Bardo Museum in Tunis. Some politicians say that the country needs more than just additional security and arrests.
These people live in another reality, and the people who recruit them, they make them believe they can change the world. They give them value and esteem, and also a rifle with which they can change the world. They're promised they'll go to heaven. All this can't be fought by the law or with political speeches.
There is a social divide in Tunisia between the coastal areas like Sousse and the interior of the country where this attacker came from. Tunisia's government will not only have to guarantee the security of its citizens, but also deal with the growing radicalization of its youth. Youssef Gaigi, CCTV, Sousse.